Good afternoon, Carlos, and welcome to our Blab, where we're going to chat about avant-garde art. I'm here to learn, um, and we first met and talked a few months ago when you came onto what was our first ever Blab and helped us out. But we also know each other through a website called Empire.Kred, and that also helps us to get to know each other and brings us together. So, welcome.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Thanks for having me on the show, Stephen. Having known you out on the platform with Empire Revenue, a great social media platform on meeting other people, this kind of just was natural and great to take it a step further where you could actually see the person on the other side.
That's right. To meet up in real life in on video brings a new dimension to it, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Um, right. Okay. Now I'm going to put my hands up here and say I do not have the greatest appreciation of art, so I haven't got a list of informed questions for you. I'm going to be led by what you said, but first I want to go back. I mean, at the moment you're in Carolina, aren't you?
North Carolina. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, along the way, you were brought up. You born in Harlem? Was it?
Well, yeah. To give a little bit of the backstory and where I come from is my family is actually are immigrants from the early 20s and 30s by way of Venezuela and the Caribbean. This is
Okay.
how, in my actual real name, Black Caesar couldn't be here today. That's my music, AKA. That's my music self, and this is ikohaus, which I am Romero, is my art self. Anyway, back to the story. So now the family, that's how I get the Spanish last name, came over to the U.S., New York City, in particular, 20s and the 30s. I was born in what was called Children's Hospital at the time. Everybody probably knows in the U.S. is now the famous Columbia Presbyterian Hospital, which is in Harlem. Born and raised in the Bronx. So, New York City, in terms of artwork, New York City was my playground. I
Right.
mean, my parents took me to the Metropolitan, the Guggenheim, the this, the that. So I saw all the artwork that you can imagine, all the greatest works in the museum in New York, and I was just wondering, well, you got all of these works, when do we get to meet the artists? When can we talk to them? And I'm finding out, geez, nobody talks to them. I'm like, well, where are they? Where is Picasso? Where is Warhol? Where is So that was kind of the background, I guess. We were waiting for
Right. I just want to bring back some memories as well because I was interested to learn the other day that you were actually at Woodstock. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean that was. I mean, I only watched the film when it came out a couple of years later, but to have been there, I mean, that was the place to be, and you were very fortunate to be there and see all the artists live, and we can still, if you were to give a list of artists, people would recognize them 50 years later. Right. Yeah, yeah. Such talent, such talent. Yeah, but I will rewatch it and I'll look out for you. But it brings an extra dimension to it as well. Right. Okay. So I want to come up today because we're talking about today. We're talking about art today. How did Eco House come about? Yep. Right. Mm. Right. Yes. Right. So you have both resident and touring artists, and artists who can come into collective and go out. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So it's a celebration of the arts. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Understood. Right. Okay. Can we go back to your childhood for a moment? And you're fortunate to be able to go around all the museums and all the art galleries. Who's actually influencing your work now? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. 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 Indeed. I've got an admission to make now. When I look up, just above this my computer, I can see a picture, and it's called "Persistence of Time," uh, and it by Dali. Oh, is it Picasso? Picasso. Picasso. Persistence of Time. Yes, you've mentioned two of my favorite artists. So that's it, hanging over my desk. Okay, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Indeed. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to travel to Paris and down to the south of France and visit quite a few collections of art down there. There's a Picasso museum in Antibes, which was quite inspirational. And you just stand there. That's the thing about art, isn't it? You carry this picture in your mind, but you look at the picture, and every time you see more. It draws you in. Yep. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 Right. Okay. But coming up to date again, and your current, what are your current projects? Because I'm thinking of one in particular, which is human art. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Right. Yeah. 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 We live in exciting times, don't we? Because the technology like Blab has made what you're talking about possible. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 Yes. Yes. We leave put the technology on one side, and but use it to actually create our own art. yeah. A whole series of things become possible. Right now, you to a large extent are leading the conversation, but I'm really enjoying it and learning a lot of things. Where should we go next? What do you want to explore? Oh, all right. Okay. No, no, we're chatting. There's no problem at all. Right. Okay. If anybody wants to join in and ask a question, put a viewpoint, then you're more than welcome to do so. Just press the call in button. Um, yeah. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Right. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 That's it. If you put your artwork into a gallery, it's hanging there. People who go into the gallery can see it. If your art is on the internet, anybody can see it. And if you want to have agents selling, then that's possible as well. Right. Okay. Hmm. Yep. Right. Okay. That's yeah. Yes. Right. Okay. Right. Just. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Right. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. And a battle well fought. But if you social networking is the way to spread art around the world. Yeah. Mhm. Indeed. So it can be an artwork, it can be a video, a book. Yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 Okay. Now the problem is that if we do this as individuals, we don't have the power. Do you feel collectives are the way to go? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. I like the sound of that in some ways. Yeah. I see where you're headed with this. Um. Right. What sort of things are you looking forward to doing? What are your plans? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I love the idea because getting people involved is key, isn't it? And it's what we are our experiences. I mean, when you sit here and you look back, we look back to Woodstock earlier. Those are the sort of things that art happenings, the things that stay with you, whether it be art or music, uh, or if you're into traveling scenery as well, it stays with you. It becomes part of you. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, after the show, in fact, over the weekend, I'm going to send you a couple of links. We have happenings in Devizes. I mean, I'm in Devizes in Wiltshire, which is close to Stonehenge. If you think Stonehenge, that's Wiltshire. And we have what's called here a committee called DOCA, and they organise events. But that's public events, and that sort of happening. People take part in and they remember. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Oh, England's a great place to visit. England's a great place to visit, seriously. And it would be brilliant if you could make it over here and see us all. Yeah, so, but happenings but things don't happen until somebody decides to do it. You've got to go. Somebody's got to take a decision out and then go for it. And yeah, yeah. 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 Right. Okay. Well, I think we've opened the seats. Nobody's jumped in while recording. So shall we close the recording down and then hopefully Candy will join us off air? If you like, if, if, yeah. Mhm. All right,
Well,
now we have it.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Good afternoon, Bruno, and hopefully.
I guess I have my partner over there.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, Candy.
It's morning here.
I know it's evening here. It's heading towards 6 in the UK.
It's 3 o'clock. It's 2:30 in Tokyo. That's all.
This is Blab magic because you're
Oh,
in
yes.
Tokyo, Bruno's in Portugal, and Carlos is in North Colorado, and I'm in wonderful Wiltshire, and we've come together on the internet. And it's all Carlos is doing because he said, let's get Blab going, and but it's wonderful. It's good to see you. Yeah.
Global.
Global.
Yeah, this is global. Just like ikohaus says, he has one of his work which is in by Amazon. I would like to have that one. This is the picture that I was saying about.
Ah, beautiful.
That is the one. So this one is way top high that I cannot put that by ikohaus Amazon. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure it out too. And one no. The price. The price. Yeah. And this is the most used picture of mine in all social media. You can all see this.
Yes, you can. It's beautiful.
That's why this is the most useful one. So if you see this, I have the backup and it's mine, and it's all copyright. Yes, it's all copyright. I don't have any problems with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
That's 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I have already contacts in the United States, and they're interested in my work. And definitely this year in May, I'm going to have a gallery soon, very soon. I don't want to put that out yet. That's all.
Wonderful. Right, Bruno.
Yes.
Welcome.
Well, thank you.
How did you meet Carlos?
Blab.
Yeah.
By my partner over there in Japan. She introduced me to Blab, and so I thought, why not try, since I like having social conversations, and I've tried to, on occasion put some debates and, put the word out there and put people thinking and also learning, because we are all here to learn. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to pop in, and we have a conversation that lasted like 8 hours or 9 hours. We talked about everything and anything. It was very good, a very good conversation. And it's fascinating because I'm also small time amateur photographer. I'm a writer, poet on occasions. So I have some work published, but not into a global factor. Because one of the things that I wanted to discuss with you is the fact that the cultural market is so small and it's only for a few people. It's something that I depict myself, especially when you're writing, because you have all of these great publishing houses that publish thousands of authors, but but the authors that sometimes sell don't have the juice, don't have the essence. And us who try to put out something that is very, like Carlos said, that brings the best out of us, brings the passion, brings the creativity out of us, we get neglected because we don't have either we don't gather ourselves up into saying, look, our work, not talking about individual work, but our work as a collective needs to be put it out there. So let's make it happen. Let's push this. The problem is, in the writing case, that's my case, is there's a lot of ego issues with publishing. You have an award-winning author who can write a fantastic book, and here's another one that the publisher decides that they need to push because for monetary reasons, and you look at it and it's full of crap. And so what happens is, we as artists, as we put ourselves in, we get discouraged even to do our line of work, which is poetry, which is writing for everybody to read. And that's one of my biggest issues right now, is the cultural market it's small, and it's culture is meant to be for everybody. So what we think and what I think should happen is culture should be global. We artists, musicians, the people who create live art and everything, we should gather as a unique collective, not as part as like small parts of a big community, but one global community, and push and invest in ourselves, and with that also intertwining with everybody else. A poet could meet an artist, could meet a musician, could meet a painter. That's the whole thing about culture. Culture should be global and should be accessible for everybody. And that's one of the things that I'm debating right now.
I think we all echo those sentiments, and I sense that through Carlos we may have a movement coming together. Welcome, Oracle.
Thank you. Good to be here. Really enjoying the Blabcast, or whatever we're calling these things nowadays.
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Now you've heard what's been said.
The music. Sorry about that.
Brilliant.
Is that better? Nice. So yeah, I think it's really interesting what Bruno was saying. Something I've pulled from business that you guys may enjoy hearing a translation of. If I can translate the principle into art, there's a concept in business called message to market match. So when I'm wearing my artist hat, I think about who am I trying to affect, and what is the message I want them to come away with, and then the art begins at that point. And then sometimes I find if I create art and I just kind of put it out there, and I don't have like a target audience in mind, and I haven't like really thought like what will move these people, you know what I mean? Like, where are they now, and where would I like what would I like to show them?
Mm.
You know, and sort of like really getting inside. It's sort of like what Black Caesar X was saying about getting inside the Ichibo or whatever he was drawing, and drawing it from the inside out. I think that's the principle, right? It's getting to the essence and saying, what am I trying to accomplish? Yeah, I love that, and I think you just brought up a good point about how there's probably a lot of latent art out there that hasn't found its market, but there's a market waiting for it, you know, and it's just a question of organizing it.
Indeed, indeed. Brilliant.
Very cool.
Right. Fascinating listening to all that. I didn't actually press the pause recording button. So, Carlos, if you just want to say thank you to everybody, we'll go off recording and carry on the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, great to talk to you guys. Really enjoyed it, and I'm going to sign off. But great hanging with you guys.
Brilliant. Okay, right. I'm going to pause the recording now, and thank you to everyone who's joined us. And we're going to go off air and just chill.